Tokyo and it's like 5:30 in the morning. So we got a good workout today. We're gonna do a fartlek, which I absolutely hate. Let me pop you on my head and we'll get going. Fartlek's just interval training. So varying the speeds and the intensity and the intervals themselves. So it should be a hoot. But if you've never seen Tokyo in the snow, this is your special day. Now we should catch a sunrise as well, which is pretty cool. Let me get my stuff set up really quick. I gotta turn on my running app. That's going. Then we need to open up YouTube. Go to the channel. There it is. Turn down my volume. And then we need to pop out. 1 second. Turn on my settings and we'll be ready to run. Put that back in my pocket. Get my gloves on. Brr. It is, it's wet. It's cold biking here from an undisclosed location. That was tricky. Shoot, I gotta turn on, I don't want it to auto rotate. Turn that off. Welcome to bag mode. Y'all are in a bag. Grab my other one. We'll grab a stopwatch. It's chilly, but it won't be for long once we're moving. We'll have other problems. All right. Bag phone back in my hand. All kinds of erratic things should happen now that it's raining on bag phone. Oh, jeez. Jeezy Pete's. I gotta reset that again. Alright, should be good. Stopwatch. Got our stopwatch, we got our back pain, we're ready to go. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we're gonna start off at our half marathon pace. Nice and mellow. Now, when you're running on snow, water, ice, you really want to be careful with your landings, as one would expect. It seems kind of obvious, but you don't want to fall. Now, this is the first run I've ever done in Japan in the snow, I think. I'm trying to replay things. Maybe not, but it's a little slushy. So I need to be mindful. That's all it is. It's like, you gotta pay attention. All right. Oh, good morning. I try to land with my feet under my body, even slightly behind my body, even slightly behind. Oh, okay, we got up. The faster pace is riskier, as well as any turns. So you just want to be gradual and careful. Now, Japan, let's bring it down. Japan is hilly, so that is a factor I have to take into consideration. We're also going to do some stairs of death. Which I also have to be mindful of. Let's get our breathing. But hopefully it's a good run, fun run, interesting. Get to teleport you to a land you've never been. And 10. But yeah, it's a fun March snow shower. All right, I got a full minute upper interval. Now, the difference in paces is very gradual because I don't want to fall and mess myself up. Stairs. Whew, these are slick. I always tell my kids don't run on stairs. And bridges are colder because the air flows under them. So it's much icier than the other section. Woo! Oh, it's beautiful though. I gotta take a picture. Frick. Can I take a picture while it's in a bag? No, I can't take a picture. I'll have to remember this picture. Don't die. I'm supposed to be running. I was like, nope. These are slow motion, please. Nice and mellow. Ah, frick. Alright, nice and mellow for a minute. Now, just like for some of you, to the Japanese, rain and snow can often be miserable, which I get, I understand, but like, I don't know, it's kind of magical. I like it, especially because we got good lighting but still dark out. Nice Japanese architecture, cool little trees with the pom-poms. I'm happy. All right, let's pick it up. This is 1:30. So, coming over this little hill, there's a downhill. This area is going to be super sketch for me. Probably the most dangerous slope because it's downhill. So, I gotta be very careful keeping my feet under me. So I'm actually slowing down my pace, keeping my feet closer to the ground. And then this little curve right here, I normally don't use profanity. That's the one that's gonna want to break my ass. Right here, don't die, don't die. Good. Let's keep pumping now. And there's another secondary curve right here, so, or hill, not curve. Now friends, if you're chatting, first of all, thank you for the engagement. That's awesome. My YouTube app is really finicky when I run. I don't know why. You know, and it'd be super cool because I see 2 people here, so it's probably someone I know. It'd be super cool if you could talk amongst yourself. But every mile, every half mile or so, I'll reset the app. Let's bring it down. This is the mellow part. I'll reset the app and give it another go. And that normally resets chat. So if you've said anything, I'll eventually see it. Oh, beautiful. Love it. Oh, it's so nice. Got a minute mellow. So I just want you to know that I'm not ignoring you on purpose. I'm trying to make sure I don't fall. So I don't want to be screwing around with my phone, but this looks like a nice stretch to maybe fix it. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pick it up. Pace is picking up. Nice, nice. So traction's definitely limited in the snow right now. one would expect. I think things probably started off as rain, and it's kind of thick, clumpy snow, which is fun and beautiful. So it feels kind of like running in sand. Okay, so because of that, I'm really being careful with form. I'm modifying my pace down a little bit. And kind of approaching this more as a plunking along kind of workout. So success looks like not falling and wrecking myself. Now if we fall, we get up. I've definitely fallen on runs before. As I've grown older, I've gotten better at not doing that. But the whole goal of this workout is 2 different levels. A fast level and a mellow level, or half marathon pace is the low level. Yeah, got about 10 more seconds at the upper level. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slow down. Some mellow. Nice. We get to go till 6:30. Breathe. Gotta bring it down. Because the next interval is 2.5 minutes. But, friends, I don't necessarily enjoy running in the cold, in the rain, in the snow. But I do the best I can to show up regardless of circumstances with some discretion. Right, we got 2.5 minutes, so we're running from 6:30 to 7 to 9. So we gotta get to 9 minutes. Whew. And the hard part, running fast with good form, but safe landings. Making sure the whole foot is touching down, giving me as much traction as I can have. Now once we hit the gravel, slip risk should decrease a lot. Oh, interesting. Outside of my foot's a little sore. It's kind of new. Every once in a while, a different part of your body will surprise you. All right. Whew. Careful on the steps. Yeah. Ooh, wet. Wet socks. Oh, cold, wet socks. Here comes more. Oh, that's so nice. All right. Let me pop you back on my head. That was a full wipe out. That was great. You want to see the damage? Luckily it was on soft ground. Should have known better to run across snowy grass. Look at that. That's great. Let's pop you back on my head. Still get to work. Felt that. I'll take that over concrete any day though. It's still hard. What's Goggins say? Stay hard. All right. Let me see if I can Stopwatch still going. Noise. Phone still going. Noise. Get YouTube going. It's okay, we're walking. You gotta walk it off sometimes. Finding our gusto. Avoiding puddles. Whew. Yeah, I don't know if chat's gonna work today. Alright. We're on our upper interval now. Now this upper one's supposed to be oh wait, no, that wasn't upper, so we're mellow anyway. That was a good fall. But I'm over here like, was it on the road? On concrete? Nah. Was it on sharp gravel? Nah. Was it on the stairs? Nah. We're good. We're good here. But the feet definitely went forward. So full impact on the backside. I was running and then I was like, where are my feet? They're in the air. Alright, so we're supposed to pick it up. We got 3 minutes here, upper pace. I'll see if I can push this one a little bit, just because the gravel has better traction. So I'll see if I can spike the cardio a little bit, not too much, because the whole goal of this one actually is variability in pace, and based on terrain, that variability is challenging because it's snowing. So here, this looks slippery. Bring my pace down so I don't die. I can run in snow. Kick it up again. We're going for 13 minutes. Ooh, that's a long stretch. I got a free spinal alignment out of that fall. Oh, I'm a big man. 6'3", Yaku Kyuju centimeters, 290 centimeters. No, 190 centimeters. Mellow in the grass. Grass isn't safe. Got it. Okay. Push. Yep. Got a minute and a half. Feeling it. And you know, like, that would have been a great opportunity to stop the workout completely. It happens. But for me, I was like, I don't know. It's not high enough on the pain threshold or the injury meter for me to full stop. We got 50 seconds. Come on. Yeah. So we're still going. We're still safe. You could do hard things. We are wobbling around a little bit. 25 seconds. Go on. Kick. Kick. Here we go. White socks. 10 seconds. And bring it down. Breathe. I'm gonna walk it. Fine. Fine, body. Oh, it is gorgeous though. Kind of get everything where it needs to be. I'm gonna try to stay on the interval though, as tough as that is. So we got 40 seconds to recover before we bring it back. That was a good slip. Fortunately, you know, some people in their street need to take stairs, walking training, things like that. I probably need to take running on snow on grass at a decline slope training. I'm gonna give myself a 2-minute low interval just to fully recover. Reason being, normally in this workout, it's a push the whole time. We're trying to get big gaps, let's turn around, big gaps between the upper and the lower intervals. And well, today the return path is slippery and dangerous, so I actually don't really want to exert myself too much, because if I'm gassed and my form's not optimal on that terrain, I am gonna hurt myself. So I'm gonna get the cardio back under control. From that fall earlier, there's kind of like a residual soreness in my lower back, so it's a little bit harder to hold my core and form. So I just want to get everything kind of locked and good. So we'll see. It takes time, right? Nothing wrong with that. See if I can fix YouTube again. It is concerning that I can't see chat on YouTube. It makes me sad, because we're about halfway done. Oh yeah, all right. Definitely off the clock now at this point. Stretching, deadlifting, squatting, telling myself, yeah, you can still run. You know you're able, right? I'm able, but not willing right now. We'll give it a go at the tower, even though I don't want to. I think I'm gonna go back to standard intervals though. So I'll do a minute on, minute off. I have the cardio for it. Just becoming apprehensive after the first fall. Starting to think maybe I was lucky on the other ones. So we'll just go minute on, minute off. Really try to lock a good tilt, good landing. And again, friends in chat, I can't see anything on my phone. After the live, I'll go back and scroll through it and see if you had a good time. If you're new here, welcome to DadBod, making fitness accessible to your average Joe, because I'm Joe, so it's accessible to me. But if you're like me and you're heavier, hi, I could see you, your mom, snow! If you're heavier like me, have pre-existing health conditions or injuries, hopefully you can find a way. But yeah, welcome to my favorite part of Japan. I run here all the time. There's a river over that way. Should I take you down to the river? Should we turn it into a fun run? We did the hard push part of the run. We haven't died, so yeah, we might as well go look at the water. I got some hearts, so I'm gonna guess you want to see the water. Now, for anyone new jumping in later, like after the live, you should rewind, because I definitely wiped out. I'm now starting to feel it a little bit. It was a good fall. It's pretty reckless. All right, let's try. Nice little waddle. Oh, my socks are wet. My shoes are heavy. It's great. But it's pretty. At least we have pretty snow, right? Pretty snow is great. So, enjoy the snow while you can. It's very rare. There's my footsteps. But yeah, I was running down a wet, oh! Running down a wet snowy hill and broke myself. Look, we're running again. It's great. We have, it's still freezing. Oh, you have snow, but it's freezing. Nice. Snow's great. It's just wonderful. It reminds us how happy we are to be here. Are you happy? I'm happy. Crap. It's so wet. Oh, there's our footsteps. Look, we're the only one out here doing stupid things at 6 a.m. Gotta keep my feet under my body. Gotta pay attention so I don't die. Phew. Running through puddles. Whew. But it's funny, like Tokyo, snow throws everybody into a panic. Snow and rain get very panicky. Which, like, I understand the desire to not be cold or wet, but like in the US, right? You drive to Target. We're gonna walk. You drive to Target, you go shopping. You're done shopping, and all of a sudden, the weather has changed. It's raining. Let's say it's raining hard. If you're in the US, the cultural normative response, which is also slightly sexist, is the man, again, that's why I said sexist, it's not always true, but the man goes and runs through the rain to the car. He then sits in the car, drives the car to the entrance to pick up the wife and children. Not always. If you don't have a man or you don't have children, then you get your own car. It would be funny though to try to reverse that. Sorry, I'm amused of like, hey babe, I'm gonna wait with the kids, can you go run through the rain and get the car for me? Like, I don't see that going over well with Felicia. But anyway, you know, you run through the rain, you load the kids in, they get a little bit wet. You load the car, your stuff gets a little wet. It's uncomfy. Like in Japan, even though there's not really Target, there's other stores. In Japan, like, if that occurs, you go back into Target and buy umbrellas. Well, typically it's a convenience store, so that a drop of water doesn't touch you. Whew. So friends, we fell, we're sore. I'm glad you like that story. Again, trying to be careful not to slip into sexist, toxic, masculine things. But what I've typically observed is the man does go and get the car and get wet. He also lays out his coat in the puddle so that the wife doesn't get her shoes wet. I'm just kidding. That's taking a little far. All right, let's head back. So there's snow in my eyes, my feet are wet. Oh, we can kind of see where I fell. It's flattened out a little bit. It's kind of like a crime scene. Yeah, this spot's pretty bad. Part of it's like the grass is taller, so it's just slippery. Whew! Stairs. It's definitely getting me, friends. All right, these stairs look sketch. Yep. Falling down a flight of stairs is a hard no for me. Prefer not to break anything. All right, let's try. Part of the reason is like my shoes still waterlogged. It shouldn't be a factor. Okay, shoes still work when they're wet. It's just a weak mindset. They feel waterlogged. So it's harder for me to perceive like landing, because every time I land my feet squish through wet socks and it's nasty. And like for running in the snow, a good landing with your feet under your center of body or even slightly behind it is the safest. But if I can't touch down well, and roll off, well, that's where we start to have some risk. Your mom, did you start the DadBod journey yet? Have you explored the Google Classroom? I still gotta make some intro videos. I'm trying to wrap up grad school first. The snow burns my eyes. It's because of all the pollution. Just kidding. It's just because there's water in my eyes. Whew. Look at this, we're still running. We're still going. We've still been doing cardio for almost 30 minutes, so even though it's not perfect, it's not what we originally intended to die on. We're still here, we're still home with it, getting it done the best that we are able. Still telling our legs to incrementally move forward and backwards, step by step. Even though it's all meaningless, like death comes for us all. Just kidding. That's enough motivation for me to walk though. Yeah, this would be really gorgeous if I could see. Nice, nice. No, that's really beautiful. Cherry blossoms are supposed to come in soon too, so that's fun. Deadlift. Tomorrow we got a nice lower to upper back workout. Excited about that. Should be great. Whew. Foot found a slippy spot right there. Yeah. All right, keep your feet under your body. Part of the hard part and running in snow is just maintaining good form. What happens is if your foot lands in front of your center of mass on snow, it doesn't always happen. Some people could definitely do it. But there's a tendency, if you don't get enough traction to pull your weight over your foot will actually push down and slide out, you know, putting you in kind of more of the splits, unless you could get your other leg around fast enough. And there's like no ability to catch yourself, like you're just gonna land on your back. That's what happened to me on the snow earlier. So when your feet are landing under your center of body, it's uncertain if you'll fall forward or back. If they're landing behind your center of mass slightly, then if you slip, you're falling forward. And if you're falling forward on ice or snow, that's kind of, in my opinion, your best bet, because you could likely get your hands up, at minimum at least your forearms, right? I'd rather have my weight come down on my forearms like a plank, even though it'll hurt because it's concrete. Whereas when you're falling to your back, you're totally vulnerable. Now you could try to spin out of it and break your elbow. Yeah, the bamboo grove, I forgot about this. It's so nice. There's a little Shinto temple over here. Should we go check that out? I normally don't film those though, just like out of respect and slight ignorance. Let me see if I could try to reset chat again. My phone's being super wonky this run. That's okay. Wow. It's running high. All that snow's melting. It's beautiful. Super high. There we go. Oh, it's a new bridge. No one's walked it yet. There's actually like a little monastery up there for monks. Let's see. Cool. Now, we used to do all our runs along this path a while ago. Then a tree fell. So the path hasn't been well maintained. Yeah, they're gonna fully block it. So aggravating. Like a tree fell and they needed to do construction or something. They just like closed it for safety. But it's been closed for a year. They even blocked it along there just in case someone's feeling creative. It's like, you want to climb through the wood? I do actually, but I'm not going to do that. And they leave the lights on in the bathroom. It's hilarious. Yeah, so they've blocked this trail for a while, but it's really beautiful along the river. I love it. It's one of my favorites, honestly. So I don't know what's keeping them from opening it. It's been a year. Someone told me it's just money, which I could hear that argument. Bend down. There we go, duck walk. Oh, look out for the fallen bush. Yeah, there's a Buddha up there, I think. Out of respect, I won't go back there. But then, normally any of these places have these little areas where you can wash your hands, kind of purify yourself before you approach a shrine and worship or pray. It's gorgeous though. The snow's really sticking. I wonder if my kid's school will get canceled. That would be both good and suck, because there's a lot of grad school I'm behind on that I'll continue to stay behind on. It's really interesting navigating the demands of life at my own discretion, letting things progress at their own natural pace. That's beautiful. All right, because there's been a lot of that, a lot of trade-off, a lot of people expecting and trying to demand my time even as I'm on parental leave, and it's like things move at the pace they can move. What an interesting run. It's beautiful. Hope it's as pretty for you. Try to clean my lens. Still hard work. Still got some good cardio, some good breathing. Got some new sore spots because that fall on my backside. Half my body's working harder than the other to keep good form. But clunking along in the elements. Whew. This is our danger slope. Whoa. Even walking it feels a little sketch. Keep my feet under me. More of a lunging walk. Now today, what's on my tab, I've been trying to figure out how to edit my short form content in DaVinci Resolve on my laptop. I need to finish that workflow today. I would like to draft my TED Talk, which is 3 weeks late. I'm giving it in 15 days, so I really gotta start to pull together a story. And then with that all to the side, I really need to start jumping on grad school. Really start pushing that. I got one extension from one of my professors just based on extraneous circumstances. But I gotta get the other professor aligned to some delays. Yeah, and part of it is like I got a lot of pots. You ever feel that way? Got a lot of pots on the stove at once. Gotta take care of my oldest son, my 2 middle daughters, my new youngest baby, my wife, the house, content creation, a visa, passport, international logistics, financials. Nesting. Gotta change a couple light bulbs. That's been on my list for a couple years now, so should probably figure out how to change the light bulb. Well, part of what I'm trying to do is every day, I'm not doing it perfectly, but every day I block schedule my time. I'm working with 15-minute blocks, although it's not fully optimized and I'm not that rigid with it. And it's just to give me a framework to think about really the limitations we have each day. I used to have this mindset, oh, when I get infinite time, woo-hoo, caught myself with a wall. That was a good one. You know, when I find infinite time, I'll be able to act. And I was like, well, Joe, you're never gonna get that. Like, even if for some reason content creation takes off so well that you can quit your job, you're probably going to be putting a load of effort into that. Like, there's no job where you have it all. Okay? So, woo-hoo-hoo, danger. So that is something I'm trying to figure out. Is like, just accept that you're never gonna have all the time you desire. So you gotta start boxing out what you do have and budgeting it so that you could at least stretch it and make the most. Which also means carving out time for things you enjoy or are passionate about, and also having a contentment with what you can and can't do each day. So I'm on like day 16 of time boxing. It's pretty wild. I've learned a lot from it for sure. It's never particularly easy. it takes time to write out and use your time. But I've pulled it into just about a 6 to 12 minute exercise, which is amazing. Because if it's that small amount of time to have greater clarity over the rest of the day, that's a massive win. And I enjoy that the process is analog. People need that, I think. Otherwise we look at screens so much, right? We look at them for our Outlook calendar and emails and other applications we do to do work, and in some ways we want everything organized and put together digitally, which, I mean, I'm a proponent of. I use a lot of digital tools, but there's something that happens kind of mentally with a pen and paper. I think when you look at it and you write it physically with your hands, even though it's slower, it forces you to feel what you're putting down on paper. Like, I feel what I commit to differently when it's in my hands, as opposed to some super smart digital app that organizes everything. Now with analog, there's always redundancy, right? Like, if I don't finish tasks, I have to move them over to the new day. But in some ways, that wasted time is helpful because it helps me feel the carryover. And that allows me to question, you know, what do I need to get out of the way to complete this task that I keep saying is important, but my actions don't show that it's important, you know, or circumstances and allowing it. Sometimes there's an interplay between those two. Or the other thing is, like, I keep moving this thing over. Does it really let it go? Because in life we tend to carry a backlog, a really big backlog, and it takes effort to clear the backlog out, whether that's clearing it out by actually doing items on it, or having the discretion to recognize, hey, that's not important. It's maybe that's a vanity item, and that happens all the time in life, right? There's things we end up doing because of the vanity of wanting to do them. Like, I've wanted to make all of my pages on TikTok and YouTube and Twitch all really nice as a landing page to interconnect our community and yada yada. It's like, actually, I just need to figure out how to make good short form content. That's like the only thing that's really important right now. And it's okay to, ooh, this is slippy. It's okay to work on complex projects with a lot of different things that require creativity and the ability to dance from one thing to the next. But you don't have margin or room for that creativity, for that dance, if you don't clear other stuff off the plate, either by doing it or removing it. And that is the value of time blocking. There you go, that's your little 5-minute productivity talk. Alright, let's put all this away. Oh, my bike is wet. Oh no. Well, we had about a 50-minute workout today. I'll count that as a win. Just gotta make sure I open everything up. My hands are cold, as they should be. Bye, YouTube. Phone in bag. Stopwatch.